Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. I'd love to see some Easter cards. I hear that. I hear that. I see that next week. We're going to do a little bitty puppy princess card tonight. So I hope you'll stick around. I have Easter. I got you. Springtime, Easter. I've been racking my brains for ideas. I'm all on pet-tastic brain waves, but Easter sounds fantastic. So let's do some springtime, some Easter next week. So you guys join me for that. Okay, look at all the Copic markers. Yes, I'm going to be playing tonight, just adding some accents to some die cuts, because you know how I do. We can't just leave our die cuts alone. I have to pull out my colored pencils, my Copic markers, something to add just a little bit of zhuzh to the stamps and to the die cuts. So we are going to make a belated birthday card tonight. I got this idea. I can't take all the credit from Ilda from our design team. She did the cutest little bulldog card, but it was a little masculine. Tonight I'm going to do a little princessy card, a little kind of a foo-foo dog card for Lisa, because we know how Lisa rolls with her little dogs. And so this is in honor of Riley the Chihuahua. And so without further ado, we're going to go down here to my desk, and we have the little tail wagger here from our red rubber stamps. And this is a little long-haired Chihuahua that looks just like Lisa's little pup. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the little pup, and I'm not going to do a lot to him or her. Tonight it's going to be a her. I'm not going to do a lot to her because, as I have mentioned in the videos and in the live streams and stuff, really, these red rubber stamps don't need a whole lot because they're so detailed. But I'm going to add just a little something. And then I've got the little pet bed, the little dog bed, and we're going to create a whole little princess little bed, belated birthday kind of situation here with this cute little Chihuahua. And I'm going to stamp this little girl as many times as I need to get a really nice dark image. Oh, we're looking good. Let's do maybe one more time up here on the ears. Get all that ink really pressed into the paper there. The red rubber is so good. So good. Oh, she's looking good. Oh, you know what? I don't like her. I'm going to flip her. I don't know if any of you ever do a little flipper-rooney here, but I think she may have had one too many stamps. Here, let's go again. Let's do another. Do I dare do another? And done. Done. Okay, do you see the difference in detail here? This is one too many, or my paper shifted. This, chef's kiss perfection. Okay, hold on a second, and let's look at her in all her glory. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's zoom in just a little bit here so we can look at all this little pups. Look at the little details. Okay, now before I take Copic markers to her, you do want to set your ink. And this is just like a habit I have gotten into. Anytime I am going to do pretty much any kind of coloring, set your ink. It's just going to make you happier in the long run. We don't want to be sad when our ink runs. So I'm going to give her a little blow dry here. And let's go here on the back side. And the only thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a little bit of brown to make her a little bit more tricolor. And we're going to add a little bit maybe to her little eyebrows. This is what Lisa's family likes to call the worry dots, because the eyebrows are so, oh my goodness, are so expressive. Look at that. Okay, let's add maybe a little bit up in here. Let's make a little tricolor pup. Okay, let's maybe just, you know, just a little bit here and there, maybe a little paw, and maybe just a hair down into the little chest. Not too much. I don't want to go too much. I just want to add just a little bit, maybe a little hair. You know, I can never leave well enough alone. Maybe just a little bit in her little tail like that. Now we have a little cutesy, pootsy, tootsy little long hair chihuahua. Okay, so I'm going to take the coordinating dies. See, this is the little bulldog. Look at that face. Oh my heavens. Okay, so that's the little bulldog that Ilda did the card with. But I asked Lisa today, you know, because we chat like 49 times a day. And I said, I don't know what kind of little dog I want to do. And she was like, well, duh, you have to do the little chihuahua. So, you know, I'm going to do the little chihuahua. So I'm going to put the little die around her. Make sure we get all those little ear wispies and hairs and all the things down and tape that down. And then let's run this through the die machine. And then we're going to build a little card with the little dog bed. Now, I'm not doing the whole little tent situation, which I really need to do that. I really need to build the whole tent situation, but this is what I have. Let's see if I can get it into focus. This is what I have pulled out. So we're going to make a little foofy little wicker dog bed for this little princess. Let's peel this back. And let's pull that back. Okay, and this is what we have. Look how easy that is. So cute. Look at all the, you don't need to add a whole bunch of color to that because the little stamps are so darn cute. Okay, now we've got that. Now let's talk about this little dog bed for a little bit. So this comes in the die set. Let me find it. This one that has the little boho dog bed. It's got the little food bowl. It has the little wicker bed with the big bed, or the little fluffy cushion thing. And I have the bone cut out as well. Now I'm just going to use the wicker dog bed. Let me see if I can get it to focus here. The wicker dog bed and the little cushion that goes on the inside. Let me see if I excuse my head. I'm going to adjust the lights a little bit. Okay, so we can see. Now, this is what I'm going to use my Copic markers on. So do you see where I'm just giving a little bit of something to the cushion? And really, all I'm doing is going over those embossed lines and making it look like that cushion is sunken in. And I'm going to do the same thing right here. So I've just picked out a Copic marker. This is RV32 for a pink. And let's see if my camera is going to catch up here. Are we going to catch up here? Maybe. But just trace over the little embossed lines because it's going to give it a little shadowing and make it look like, you know, like you've got those little ripples and little, what do you call those things? Little sections of the little dog bed. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. You can kind of go right around the edge to make it look like it's kind of pressed into the little part of the bed, and I'm just tracing right around the edge. Same thing here, right around that edge to make it look like it's got that deep shadow part. And then I've just gone right down and followed the embossing lines right there, and then just give it just a little flick, almost like you would when you're working on like your lovely layers or anything like that, your little florals. You want to do it like that. Let me see if I can lower this. Let's see if my camera is going to catch up. There we go. Okay, so the little dog bed, and then this is the actual like woven wicker part. So let me see if I can get it here. Do you see where all of that is like pressed into the die so it looks like you've got like the little wicker bed that it's going to sit down into. Now, I did the same thing. I took the same color as I did for the little dog, E31, and I'm going to go over this again because I want it to go down just a little bit further. So I'm just giving this an outline because this portion is like a little trim piece right up here on the edge. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a shadow right down here. And if you wanted to get really fancy, you can shadow in the edges. If you wanted to, you could shadow and go over those little cross hatches. We're not really going to do that today. So let's start putting this together. So we got those little pieces. All right. For our card, I have some of our freebie paper pack from the Petastic release. I have the cute little hearts, which I've used a couple of times. If I flip it over, we've got that cute little all over pet print. And then my little highlight portion, or the little house for my little princess pup, is going to be this cute little pink plaid. If I flip it over, it's the little rainbows, and then everything is going to kind of coordinate together. So I'm going to start here, and that way I can build my little bed up. And let's see here. I'm going to read the comments. I still say that you should sell that paper in larger packs because it goes so well with the release. It does. It does. Maybe in the future. You never know. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of plop this down, pick it up, and then I'll center that before my liquid adhesive has time to set up. And then I just did a pink card base here. Make sure we're all nice and straight. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and attach my little pets here to my card base. I'm going to plop that down, and then we'll get it all nice and straight here. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Make sure all my margins are pretty close. There we go. Press it all the way around. Now, I am going to put, let's see here how I want to do this. I think I want to pop up part of it, but this is how this little guy is going to go. So just like so. Do you see how now, once we're getting it all together, we're just adding those little Copic lines, make it look like it's inset and deep down in there. And then we have the little border piece that's going to go right there. And I think I am going to glue this down. And I may regret this later, but I'm going to kind of go like so. And then I'm just going to hold this over and make sure that, and this will all make sense in here in just a second. So this upper or the outer portion of this little cushion is just kind of sitting there right now because I'm actually going to pop this up just a little bit. So, and I could, you never know with me. I may regret this later, but we'll see. I'm going to use one of these narrow foam strips, and I'm just going to give it just a little bit of dimension. Let me find some scissors. Do a little pop there and kind of follow that curve around a little bit and pull these off. And then I'm just going to nestle this over. I'm going to pull this way towards me. So I apologize if my big old head gets in the way, but I really want to puzzle piece that right over the top. Okay, now you can see just raising that just a hair. Do you see how that just added just a little bit of something to that dog bed, even more than our Copic markers? So we've got that little cushion kind of inset in there. And now we're going to finish it off with the little wicker basket. And this goes on just like a little puzzle piece right down here. And I'm actually going to pick this up and make sure we are all nice and straight. And this is what we have so far. And then let's add the little trim piece. And Ilda, I may go ahead and add her little details that she added. She added a little white gel pen around the edges. Okay, I'm going to pick it up again and make sure our layers look nice. Do you see what we have so far? Let's get that little bit of adhesive like right there. And I think let's let that set up for just a second before I add any of the gel pen. Okay, pup. So here's our little pup. Oh boy. She's going to perch right there on her Princess Tuffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet. And I'm going to pop her up with a little foam dot. And she's going to perch right about like so. Is that not cute? Okay, now Ilda added the little bone. So we got the little dog bone, which this is probably too big for this little bitty pup's mouth, but we don't care. We're going to do all the cute little things. There's also a little tennis ball in that set. So let's do maybe like right here. Oh, that's cute. So dang cute. And then I actually did, just like Ilda, the little birthday hat. So I made a little hat. Let me see if I can get it here. I made a little hat out of the same pink paper, added polka dots. It's going to go on our pup's head. All right, so I'm going to add, and don't look at my wonky polka dots that are on the back. Nobody's ever going to see that. I smeared them and had to start over, but this is going to go right up here. Oh my gosh, this cracks me up. Lisa and I were laughing so hard today at this little hat. And this is like the, I don't know, second or third rendition of this little party hat, because I made it too pointy at first and said, well, I can't show our friends this party hat because it looks like she has a little dunce hat on, that's like really tall and pointy. So I had to keep trimming down like our little party hat. But now we've got Lisa's little party princess here in her little hat. So let's go ahead and let's work on here. And then a sentiment. So I'm going to use this sentiment. Of course, you guys know which sentiment set it's from. It's from the Pet-tastic sentiment set. Doggone it, I missed your birthday. And so I'm going to pop this up as well. But do you see how easy it is to like mix these stamps and dies? When I saw Ilda's card, I was like, yes, with the little bulldog. But you can mix like the Lovely Layers pet beds or the little cat bed, Lovely Layers cat bed with the red rubber stamps, whether you're using the cats or the dogs, put them in the little bed, or you could use the Lovely Layers cats or dogs and place them in the little bed and have a fun little card. Now I'm going to do Doggone It, I missed your birthday, and I'm going to put it like right down in here. And I'm going to make sure we're pretty nice and straight here. This just cracks me up. This is so funny. It's probably not funny to all of you because you're like, you don't know Lisa's little dog, but this little dog is hilarious. Now I'm going to finish off the little hat here with I'm going to pretend it's a pom-pom, but I'm going to put a pearl, whatever, right here at the top. And I'm going to hold it and just kind of pinch it down. And then there we've got the finished little card. And then, of course, if we wanted to do and do it like really extra for our little princess pup here. We could kind of do all the little blingy pearls and all the little things. But so fun, so easy to put together like a cute little pet birthday card. And I am loving especially how well, and I'll tell you this, I'm kind of weird about sometimes mixing like stamp sets with standalone dies, like lovely layers and then stamp sets. But for some reason, these red rubber stamps with our standalone die sets, it's just adorable. And it just works. It works together. Sometimes I don't like to mix like stamp sets with die sets and things like that because I think it looks a little funny. That's just my own opinion. But I love this. And I think she's adorbs in there. Doggone it. I missed your birthday. And you can see by her little worry dots above her eyeballs, she's very concerned about it. She's very concerned. She's very worried. But there you go. So easy peasy. I'm that way too, Kelly. I can't make stamp sets and dies. Brandon, but this works for some reason. I don't know what it was. And I fell in love. Let me show you guys because so you don't think I'm crazy, even though I'm crazy. Let me find the card. Okay. So here, and I'll show you here. Here is Ilda's card. Now that's that little bulldog from the set in the same little pet bed. Like it's a boy, like more masculine card with blues and like the little bulldog, like it's adorable. But like the stamps work with that little dog bed. They just work in there. And I'm guessing that the cat bed would be the same way because this is just adorable. Like look at his little face. Like I just can't get over like their little faces. They're so dang cute. So try it out. Try it out with your red rubber stamps and your little pet beds. And I'm sure it will be such a great card. Let's see. Honeybee always just keeps me. Oh, thank you, Miss Vicky. All right. So Lisa, I hope you like your little Riley card. Why don't you call our winner tonight? So Lisa's going to pull a winner from somebody that has commented. We always choose like a little giveaway winner at the end of each of our live streams. And I'm going to send you a Honeybee Stamps gift card. Yes, Jen, she is hysterical. She always plays what we call come and give me. Yes, she does. While Lisa's pulling our winner, let me tell you, when I met this little dog for the first time, and I hope Lisa doesn't get mad at me for telling this story. I'm a pet lover. Y'all can hear my dogs in here now shaking and moving around. I went to Lisa's house. We were on the way to some crafty something. I think it was Creativation or something, or like 5 years ago. And I picked this little puppy up. She was teeny tiny at the time, so I'll give her that. Teeny tiny. I scooped this puppy up, scared her to death, and she poopied all over me for the first time. Now, Lisa and I were like we were friends, but like I hadn't been to her house or like anything like that. Now we're like BFFs and we hang out all the time. How Lisa was mortified that, oh my gosh, this lady has come to my house and my little bitty puppy has just pooped all over another human. I just scared her because I scooped her up and I was like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. And yes, Rai. And now me and Rai, we still have to make friends with one another. Like every time I go there, she has to get to know me again. But yes, so that is the story of me and Rai. And Lisa will, every once in a while, we still bring it up today. And we're like, do you remember when Rai did that? Yes, I do remember that. But Lisa was mortified. Okay, S. Suzuka, you are the winner. Riley was not prepared for it. Absolutely not. Who is prepared for me? I mean, really, it's just a thing. You are our winner. So if you will email me at this email address, so it's customercare@honeybeestamps.com, I am going to send you a gift card. So congratulations. And for everybody else, let's do some springtime cards. Let's do some Easter cards next week. And we may shake it up, do a little pets, do a little Easter, do a little springtime. You never know. So Sandy, congratulations. And I will see you on Monday, you guys. Okay. So have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.